Well, good morning. Chelsea's Dad here. How you all doing in the world? Well. Chelsea, 3-1 winners last night away to Cardiff City at the Cardiff City Stadium. What can we say? Not the greatest of first half performances, but 11 changes. Basically, the only first 11 starter, Caicedo, and that's playing with lack of game time over the last few weeks. Wasn't particularly good, but what do you expect from a much changed side by Maresca? Thankfully, half time came along. In the second half, stuck a few fresher, more experienced, more talented players back onto the pitch. Neto, João Pedro and Alejandro Garnacho. Sort of turned the game around a little bit. But can't take anything away from Cardiff City. Well structured, well drilled, played pretty well. You can see why they're top of the English First Division. Made it hard for us. Some people might even say they were the better side in the first half. All I can say is we didn't perform particularly well throughout the game, for most of the game. Got to look at people like Tosin. I don't know what's happened to that guy. At one stage, he looked like a real cheap purchase, a real good cheap purchase. Didn't cost anything from Fulham on a free. He's not very good. Didn't shine last night. Some good passes, but at the same time, there were some terrible passes. For their equaliser, him and Gusto, between them. Gusto was playing in midfield. The CB is Tosin. He should have been tracking the guy who came in for the header, Turnbull, I believe his name is. Every time he gets the ball, even when he's not on the ball, I don't trust the bloke. He's a worry. Thankfully, he's probably our fifth choice centre back. I think if you throw Achimpong in there as a CB, you could maybe say he's the sixth choice. And who else was there? Gittins. I think we all know he's got some talent. Just flatters to deceive right now. Didn't do himself any good last night. Had a good chance to show what he's worth. Yeah, we have to sit on the fence with him again for a little while longer. But how much time is enough time to see from him? We'll see. It's up to you. You guys comment what you think about Gittins, what you think about Tosin. Who else was there? Buonanotte. Didn't play particularly well. I know he set up the first goal and could have got an assist earlier than that with Garnacho, when Garnacho was free and hit it straight at the goalkeeper. So, Buonanotte, first half, to be honest, on his side of things, I think he was a little isolated there in the middle. Not getting the most help from Santos or Caicedo, even though Caicedo overall I thought had quite a good game. Santos, bit of a ghost, if you ask me. Wasn't really involved too much. Didn't really see him. Hardly heard his name mentioned. Who else was there? I've got to say, fair play to Josh Achimpong at right back. Thought he was pretty good. And even Hato over the other side as the game went on. I think he warmed into it and he got better and better. I don't think it was a bad performance by him overall, considering he hasn't got any minutes. Both those young guys did really well, I think. And who else was there? Gui kind of gets involved, puts people under pressure. But again, he didn't get the service last night, so it didn't work out too well for him either. Who else can we look at? Jorgensen. Well, second half, he tried his second knockout of the season. Wasn't just happy with giving Fofana concussion earlier on in the tournament. He tried to knock Badiashile out, but then again, some people might say Badiashile needs some sense knocked into him anyway. It's one of those. But we brought some of the bigger guns on second half when we needed it. The problem with that is it's a bit alarming. It sort of makes our depth in our squad maybe not as quality filled and as good as it should be. Relying on Garnacho, Pedro Neto and João Pedro to come on and do the business. I've got to say, Alejandro, you made up for the Everton game a little bit. Scored a couple last night, a couple of good finishes. That first effort you had, you could have had yourself a hat-trick. I thought, here we go again when he did that. But 2 pretty good calm finishes afterwards. Hopefully that's a good confidence booster for him. I can see him now starting against Newcastle at the weekend, which is going to be a tough game. Pedro Neto, slight little deflection with his goal, but hey, if you don't shoot, you don't score. So well done to him. I think he's a bit of an unsung hero. Some people are slating him this season. A little bit unfair criticism of the guy, considering he works his socks off and probably works hard as the next best man. So anyway, 3-1. We're into the semi-final. Get in there. Good result. Not a great display, but hey, again, the changes messes things up a little bit. Got away with it at times, but you got to ride your luck. Again, the 3-1 win. Before the game kicked off, you couldn't have asked for much more, really. So, where do we go from there? Saturday, 12:30 UK time, away to St James's Park. That's a bit of a graveyard for us. We don't do very well. But Newcastle are sort of hit and miss form at the moment. They're sort of all over the shop. Let's just hope it's not Charity FC that turns up and goes, there you go, free points for you. So, yeah. My boy and I, video before this one, we did predictions. He's off to school at the moment, so I haven't told him really who did better. But Daddy did. I got 10 out of the 11 starters in the lineup. I was shocked to see Esteval not starting, and not even in the squad. Shock, horror, shock. What's happened there? Is he sick? Is he injured? Has he had a fallout with Maresca? Is there something else going on? Not even in the squad. A little bit concerning until I find out. Anybody knows what happened to him? Leave a comment. Leave a comment down below. Be much appreciated to learn something. But I was actually gutted when I saw the team lineup and he wasn't there. But heads, I got the other 10 right, and I got the score line right and the prediction 3-1. Jaden, my boy, knows that. He doesn't know about the lineup business yet. He kind of failed miserably, but it was our first time. Yesterday was our first video. We're going to hopefully do some more. It's a bit of fun for us. We're just on a little ride, just me and him, boy stuff. We're going to enjoy it. So we're going to be doing some predictions on Friday, tomorrow, for the Chelsea game against Newcastle. What we're also going to do, which is going to include lineups for Chelsea. But we're also going to do prediction scores for the rest of the games over this weekend coming for the Premier League. So hopefully you can come and join us. And try and enjoy this little ride with us. As I say, it's just fun, it's just enjoyment. Dad, son time, doing our thing. 2 big Chelsea fans, lifelong. So we move on. We'll probably see you tomorrow with our predictions. And up the Chelsea, well done, semi-finals. Be interesting to see who we get. It's going to be tough. The Gooners, Arsenal are still in the hat, City are still in the hat, Newcastle are still in the hat, but then you still got Brentford and Fulham, so anything could happen. And Crystal Palace, sorry, Crystal Palace fans, you're still in the hat at the moment. So we're there, first team there, maybe a bit of silverware coming, who knows. But again, we'll do our video predictions tomorrow. And we'll see you then. So God bless. I hope you all have a good day. Up the Chelsea. Keep the blue flag flying high. Get in there.